topic, and it's not just here in Chatham, it is all school districts are dealing with vaping in this area. It's a problem. I think administrators would attest to that it is a problem. It's also hard to catch these kids because of the devices that are available. The devices have been manufactured and marketed, and I think that the marketing has been very clever to young people. They make it very enticing for young people because there's flavorings that you can put inside. This is the new trend, and unfortunately, it goes very undetected. The devices are very sleek. They're designed to be that way so that they can hide them. They can quickly slide them into their pocket. They can put it in their underwear, their socks. I mean, they can get away with it very easily. And that's why they're getting away with it, and they can have these devices with them. It's definitely very problematic. When you look at the products that they're using, Juul is the most common product that we see in Chatham, and they have these pods that connect to the Juul, and those pods, if they go through one pod, it's equivalent to one pack of cigarettes. So I've even heard of kids that go through 3 pods in a day. Okay? So that's a lot of nicotine into their system. Now the difference, obviously with cigarettes is that you're getting all these other chemicals, right? And so they say, oh, this is safe because in cigarettes you're getting the smoke and all these carcinogens and all these chemicals that are in a cigarette, so this is safe. And if you actually do Google searches on these vaporizers and these vape pens, the first 10 Google searches you get will come from the vaping manufacturers. And of course their information is going to be skewed. So if an adolescent is getting online to look at information, they may not be very critical of who the actual source is and who's putting the information out there. And then the information is very positive. It's in a very positive light. So that can be also problematic in terms of them getting the right information. And what we know statistically that teens who vape are 3 times more likely to start using cigarettes, so they will move on to cigarettes from the vaping. Okay.
Do you see a pattern? I know it's kind of early on to tell, but do you see a pattern? It's more of a gateway. Kids who are vaping, forget the cigarettes. Are they moving on? Are they more likely to smoke marijuana or engage in?
So this is what I would say is problematic, and this goes to my next slide, which is about marijuana, is that I would say that if they're vaping and they're vaping the nicotine now, that certainly it is going to be easier for them to move over to vaping marijuana. The devices are pretty similar looking. There's a little bit of a difference in them, but the whole how you use it is exactly the same. It's just what's the product that's in it. And so for them to go from vaping nicotine to vaping marijuana, they may not see what's the big deal. And I would say that is something we all, as adults, really need to be aware of, because obviously the marijuana laws are going to be changing here in New Jersey. This is going to be legalized. What are we going to do about that? And we can, as a school district, obviously it will be illegal, but their acceptability to marijuana is going to just skyrocket. There's no doubt. And if you actually look at, there's reports that come out of Colorado, and they say that suspensions in schools are up. Kids, going into drug treatment centers are up because their acceptability to it.